Welcome back to the Cardinal Financial Webinar. This is a weekly webinar me and Frank are doing with some of our top producers and loan officers. And I have somebody on today that's like very, very dear to my heart. She's been working with me for, I don't know, Denise, probably 10 years at least.
Yes.
But she recently, over the last 3 or 4 years, moved over from the operation side to the sales side, and she's done amazing. So welcome on, Denise.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, welcome. That's always an interesting transition, ops to sales.
Absolutely.
Are you enjoying it?
I am. I'm loving it. And it's a great advantage too.
Yeah, that you had a background on it, and now you're kind of dealing with customers like forward facing, and your business is, you know, a little bit more community based where you're at all the time. And I know that Octane and Cardinal are very technology friendly, but you have to do a lot of face-to-face stuff still where you're collecting docs and that kind of stuff. So can you just maybe talk to how still the system here helps you even in that process where you have to actually go see these people and bring the files in?
Yeah, the system is amazing. It helps me. Sometimes I can pre-approve somebody right at the table. If they bring the right paperwork, they leave my office with a pre-approval in their hands. And I believe that's all thanks to Octane. Octane is so user-friendly. The system is revolutionary. It's amazing, and it tells me what I need right there in front of the clients. So I think Octane is a big proponent on how my business has grown.
I invented Octane, so it's really
Nice.
no, not at all. That's all the big boss. But I do agree with you there. Point of sale is what we preach, and point of sale is what the design is for Octane. It really puts the power back into your hands, and I don't even want to guess at which of the tools are best for you, but I can imagine, because I see your file flow, that just having that ability and that confidence that you you can lock a loan, you can disclose a loan, and so forth. If you can relay that, you know, I guess to the masses of what kind of confidence does that give you when you're out there with a borrower, with an agent?
Yeah, it's all about the confidence. You know that. I feel confident telling my clients, this is what you need. This is what we're gonna, you know, especially with my processing background, it helps a lot. It helps me pinpoint the issues from the beginning, from when I'm sitting in front of my clients. But I don't forget paperwork. I don't forget asking clients for, hey, this is what I need. I'm going to need your profit and loss. I'm going to need a balance sheet, because the system tells me right in front of the client. As soon as all the information is in there, I get a list. This is all you need. And it's easy.
So you're saying that as a salesperson, forget about as just knowing where you're looking through to you as a processor, any salesperson can see that?
Absolutely. Anyone can see that. You could just log in your information, take an application, and Octane is going to tell you what you need and which bucket to put it into. So it's very user-friendly. It's like a no-brainer type of program. You don't have to guess that, oh my God, I forgot to ask for current pay stubs, because it's right there.
No, that's awesome. And I think that you do a lot of purchase business. We see a lot of first-time home buyer business.
Yes.
It's very important to know that stuff up front, as opposed to guess on it later. You may have some stories you can share with us from a processing background that are not so pretty, but for the most part, we see, you know, maybe you could expand on how quickly the process goes and how smoothly the process goes, and as compared to, you know, previous lives.
Yeah, absolutely. The process here is totally different, like 100% different, because you're not playing a guessing game. You're taking the information, you're inputting it into the system, and here's your list. You put it in, submit it for a TBD, and your loan is approved, and you're ready to go. It's like having a commitment. You know what I mean? So it's so easy, because I'm not. Again, it's very smooth and super transparent, because from the beginning, the clients know. You know, I educate my clients at the beginning, but they know from me seeing what I'm looking at and not Encompass. I was gonna say Encompass.
It's a bad word.
Bad word. And Octane, what's needed from every client. You know what I mean? So it's now that I know the system, I'm limitless to what I can do for my business. That's how I feel. And it gives me a lot of confidence, and I feel like this momentum that I can take an application and pre-approve the client the same day. That happens to me all the time.
And Denise, from that point, and you mentioned TBD approvals in there a little bit. How, because this is a tough market for buyers to get offers accepted, right? Especially, you're dealing with a lot of multifamily business and a lot of stuff that were very, very hot markets. Is the TBD really helping you? TBD approvals helping you getting these offers accepted earlier?
Absolutely. This is what I came up with my realtor teams. When they submit an offer, they include me in the email. So my reply to the email, my name is Denise Delacruz. Reach out to me if you need me. By the way, here is the email where the loan is approved. All we need is a property and we're ready to go. The buyers already have a commitment. So that has helped me a lot in the process because you're approved.
It's almost like
assets have been verified, credit has been verified, and income has been verified by an underwriter. So as soon as you relay that information to the realtors, they are confident that this loan can close pretty quick. And sometimes they're like, Denise, you're too fast. Why is your company so fast? Which is
That's a good problem to have.
Yes, it is a good problem.
And I think, sometimes from what I see, people with an operations background sometimes have trouble letting go, right? They want to control everything. I don't ever hear that from you. I hope that's because you have confidence in the system and the people around you. But you tell me, we don't, power struggles from you. We don't see, hey, this is my file, get away from it. And in the past that I have transitioned some processors into the sales role, that's been a struggle, paralysis by analysis and not wanting to let go. How were you able to make that transition so easy?
It was hard at the beginning. I have to say it was tough because I wanted to control everything. But now that I trust the process and I trust the system that we have, I can let go. And the awesome operation teams that we have, the processor, the feedback, even the TBD approvals, 24 hours turnaround. Sometimes I submit a TBD pre-approval in the morning, and at night the loan is already approved. So I feel like now I can let go and go out there and get more business. You know what I mean? So it's working out amazing.
That's the dream.
And even as you've grown, like over the last couple of years, like I remember some of the stuff you used to say to me was like if you wanted things to happen so fast, you were so anxious to get the business and run smooth, like that as soon as you let go and start trusting the system, I feel like your business is scaled more than ever. And I feel like it's easier for you than it's ever been.
I agree 100%. As soon as I let go and I trust my operation team and I trust the process, I started to flourish. My business started to, I feel like I have changed. I want to say like 95%. I feel confident. I feel like I can go out there and kill it because I have a system that supports my dream. I have an operation that supports me. I have a question. All I got to do is go reach out to Mike Brownstein, and the answer is there. Go to Paul. So it's been amazing. And I feel like sometimes it's too easy for me. I'm like, is this the right, am I doing, what's going on?
Well, and how much of your time would you say you spend networking, developing your business, building strategies for new business with Ralph, working on social media and stuff like that versus loans? Because I think a lot of the problem in this business now and in history is people spend way too much time babysitting loans, walking them through the system, dealing with borrowers. How much time do you spend business to business versus business to consumer?
I want to say that I have been, and I'm going to be 100% honest. At the beginning, it was really tough because of the transition from processing, and I had the culture was different. Now I'm in this different culture, so I have been able to like cut my days where in the morning, I work on my loans, I do what I have to do. Then in the afternoon, I prospect, I reach out to my realtors, I do my, I get ideas for my posting from my Instagram. So I definitely have to be in contact with my clients all the time because they like, mostly they're Spanish and they want me to speak to them and they want me to hold their hands, which I don't mind, but I feel that with me letting go of the micromanaging of my loans, I can bring more business in and I see my business growing. So it's like there's no way of failing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I have the support.
Yeah. Yeah, you could work on the stuff you really want to work on every single day instead of the stuff you have to work on. And I think that's the biggest difference with this place. And I love, you're a great case of it, because you do have Spanish speaking borrowers who want to do business, but they have to talk to you the whole time. And they don't just, they can't upload docs on their own, like, well, a lot of people can. But I like the fact that you have that business and it's still faster for you. You're still benefiting from the system. I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, and I think it's because, to be honest, because I pay attention a lot to details. I think it's because of how easy Octane is for me to move along from application to TBD approval.
Yeah, you're right. So by the time it gets
that's the hardest thing.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
that's the hardest thing. Yeah.
And I know, you know, Denise's business mix, obviously she's very focused on purchase, but I've gotten my refi, you know, fangs in, and she's been able to go through a lot of that and help to transition even her buyers that didn't know they could get help. I've seen a lot of loans go from FHA, and then 2 years later or a year later, whatever it is, come down to conventional because they've gained equity and they save X amount of hundreds of dollars per month. So I think that you're a good case study of someone that has adapted in many ways to be a very well-rounded, not only salesperson, but loan officer and business person in general, because you have all these different tentacles out, and that's the way to be balanced. Here we are in one of the roughest markets that we've seen, right? That all I hear from you is that you're having fun.
I am.
That's cool. And I think that it's great. And I, you know, I guess if I asked you, you know, is this the most fun that you've ever had at work? You know, what would the answer be?
I would say, and I'm tapping into my heart to answer this one. I love my job. I love what I do. Because I have the mentors that I have Ralph, I have you, I have Mike Dixon. I have such good example to look after that there's no way to fail. You know what I mean? And I'm not micromanaged. Nobody's after me. Nobody's clocking me on they're letting me be, and it makes me create. So, you know, so I'm reaping the benefits of that.
Well, that's what we need from you. We need you to create. We need you to be the face, you know, of the franchise, and have confidence that we can, you know, continue to keep the wheels moving without you having to push the car. So we appreciate.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
This was great, Denise, and like some of the stuff you said, I'm going to use in the future, and I think that's the biggest thing. Like being free. You just had it, being free to create, right? Like I think that's awesome for everybody else. And I think from what you're saying, and it's how me and Frank feel on a daily basis, is that we have a better quality of life working in this place, like and working with people we work with. And I think that's the most important thing.
You told me that, Ralph, when we first got together, that in Starbucks, you told me that, Denise, you're going to be able to work your business the way you want to, and you're not going to have to sit in a cubicle for 12 hours like you used to do. This is going to you're going to be able to run your own business, and I didn't believe that. But as time is going by and I'm letting go, it's amazing. It's amazing. I can create.
That's awesome.
I love it. I could just feel it. I could feel it through the camera. I could feel it through the emails. I love to see it. It's only, you know, it's just scratching the surface. I really do believe that these type of things take time to build a foundation, and it's usually not enjoyable to build the foundation. You get the rewards later. But what I love about what you're doing and others is like the success, freedom, and fun is being had from day one. And I can't wait to see what happens, you know, down the road. So
me too. I'm excited.
I do have one more question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that a fan blowing your hair, or is that just naturally?
It's a fan. It's a fan. It is a fan.
Awesome. It looks
I'm
amazing.
doing the Beyonce.
I keep watching it and I'm like, wow, that is like,
yeah, I have a fan everywhere in my office.
That's awesome.
Denise, we appreciate it. Thank you for doing this.
Awesome.
And,
my pleasure.
Keep growing. You keep doing what you're doing. You're doing amazing.
Absolutely. I have good people to follow, and support. Thank you so much for supporting my business.
Thank you, Denise.
All right.
Appreciate you.